What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. This is episode number 101, and we started today's of stuff on the back of our win over Atletico over two legs in the Champions League quarter-final to put us through to the semi-finals of Europe's premier competition in our debut season in it. And in the Premier League right now, we are 1 point clear of Manchester City and have a game in hand as well, with 7 games to go, meaning win 6 of our remaining 7 and we will retain our Premier League title. There's so many things going on at the moment. We're chasing a treble. We've got the FA Cup semi-final against our South Wales rivals Swansea City at Wembley. That's our third and final game of today's episode. Our first trip to Wembley outside the Community Shield at the start of this season. Champions League semis. Gavin Humphreys is top scorer in the Premier League and chasing 40 and 3 minutes in to the opening game of today's episode. He got goal number 31 as he chases the Ivan Toney and Samuel Bell 40 goal record in a season. There is so many things going on as we approach the climax of season 7. It's been a crazy campaign, and there's still so much to be decided. So yeah, first game of today's episode, Bristol City away at Ashton Gate. Obviously we've had battles with the Robins over the years, League One, Championship. Now they're in the Premier League alongside us as well, which is really cool. I've talked about it before. When you're doing an RTG and a team sort of grows with you and develops with you, you kind of have a bit of a soft spot for them, do you know what I mean? But unfortunately for the Robins, they're definitely getting relegated rock bottom right now. So this should have been a banker, bottom playing host to top. But as you know, in FIFA, sometimes the games you expect to be the easiest ones turn out to be the toughest. Gavin did give us the lead and it was denied his second goal soon afterwards, but the Robins would hit back. A succession of chances. Price made a couple of great saves, but they eventually broke down Lee and found the back of the net for the leveller. So tied 1-1 at Ashton Gate. 5 minutes to go in the first half, looking to get back in front, and you love to see it. Tavonge Rashesha with another assist. He's been incredible this season at right back. And Gavin Humphreys with his second of the game and 32nd of the season. Look at this run by Gavin. Absolutely brilliant. Talk about threading the needle there to get through the gap of the two red shirts and then connect with the through ball, which is perfectly weighted by Rashesha for goal number 32. I can't believe it. But Gavin Humphreys has a chance not only to win the Golden Boot for the first time in his career, but also get to 40 goals. I tell you what, man, like, seriously, whether we win the FA Cup, whether we win the Champions League, whether we retain our Premier League title, okay, I'm not going to sit there and say that I'd be fine if Gavin gets to 40 goals and wins the Golden Boot, but I don't mind if we only win one of the 3 trophies. If I can get Humphreys to 40 goals, man, oh man, I've only ever done it 2 times before with 2 different players. It is such a difficult thing to do. And if you play FIFA career mode, I'm sure you'll agree with me. To get a player to 40 goals is ridiculous. I've only done it twice, but I got a chance to do it for a 3rd time with Gavin. Bristol City would respond after we got back in front directly from kickoff. The Robins would find 11 at the break. We were still tied at 2-2 at Ashton Gate, and I was thinking, man, you know, I mentioned earlier, you know, sometimes the toughest games are the ones you expect to be the easiest. This was such a grinding sort of game, you know, both teams going toe-to-toe. I just couldn't stop the Robins when coming forward. Mark Bound did restore our lead 7 minutes after the restart to put us back in front for the 3rd time in the game. And after that, I was thinking, surely this time I'm going to wrap this game up, and we would. 63 minutes in, got our first 2-goal cushion. And who was the guy that got it? Gavin Humphreys, pointing to the watch on his wrist saying, it's about time I win a Golden Boot, and he's certainly firm favourite to do it now. Get the chance to lie there after the shot was parried. Really good awareness to not let the ball run out for a corner. Take advantage of Bristol City scrambling, and Humphreys eventually turns in the 3rd rebound to make it 4-2. So a 2-goal kitchen for the first time in the game. And I could have got Gavin another goal and goal number 33 for the season with a cutback. I decided against it because I just had to get this guy a goal as well. Potentially sacrificing more of a chance to get Gavin to 40 goals, but I'm not going to turn down 3 in the same game. The match ball for Humphreys to Champagne and the 3 points, and the bonus for me was seeing Alan Bound get a goal as well, coming off the bench for I believe his 3rd of the season. Oh, Alan Bound. He'll never be the striker he potentially could have been. He was restrained by me in terms of limited game time, but Even so, we'll always have a soft spot for the guy. He's now become our stand-in for Rabbi. Matondo as you wrap the game up there to make it 5-2. So as you can see, we remain 1 point clear of Man City. They won away at Stamford Bridge at the same time as us. So we're still 1 point clear and still have the game in hand. Gavin, as you can see now, 5 clear of Matondo and 8 clear of Timo Werner, who's in 3rd place right now as he tries to stay in the race to the Golden Boot himself and overtake Rabbi and Gavin. But for Rabbi, he needs 7 goals in the remaining 6 games to set the record of 40. Is it doable? Absolutely. But it's going to take me being on my game every single game with Humphreys. And that's why for the following game, Liverpool, Rodney Parade, as you know, 1 point clear of Manchester City and a game in hand as well. A chance to go 4 points clear in this game here against a side we knocked out in the FA Cup quarter-final. Well, it was one of those very rare games where I had a bit of a shocker with my talisman. Liverpool were 2-0 up 31 minutes in, and the guy at fault for both goals, Gavin Humphreys. First, with poor dribbling, gave the ball away, Liverpool quick attack made it 1-0, and then trying to pass out from a corner as I often do. You know I score a lot of goals from defending corners due to the pace we've got and the quick counter-attacks in FIFA this year as well. Gave the ball away, and Harvey Elliott gave Liverpool a 2-goal lead half an hour in, and the guy responsible for both the goals we conceded, captain Gavin Humphreys. Hat-trick away at Ashton Gate, 2 errors in the game against Liverpool costing me 2 goals. Yeah, just proof there, he's human. You know, he's human. At the end of the day, everyone will make mistakes, even the very, very best. Yeah, I was having a shocker in the first half with Gavin here. And we were 3-1 down at the break as well. Rabbi got us back in the game, but Gravenberch restored Liverpool's 2-goal lead right before half-time. I've got to say, in this game, I was really struggling with my passing and dribbling as well. I was really out of control, and I just couldn't really seem to get a good flow and a good tempo and a good rhythm going in this game. I think I was trying to force things a little bit too much, which, you know, to be fair, is my style of player. I like to play with pace and push the pace a lot, but even so, I think that was detrimental in this game against Liverpool's high press. But even so, 10 minutes to go, Alan Bound would score his 2nd in 2 and his 3rd league goal of the season, and I believe 4th or perhaps 5th overall of the campaign to make it 3-2. And oh my goodness, I was so close to going ballistic. 7 minutes to go. Gavin sends through Alan off the bench, who almost became a hero by scoring 2 goals in 5 minutes to battle us back from 3-1 down to 3-3. In the end, we lost. Our unbeaten streak is ended at Rodney Parade. Liverpool win by 3 goals to, and to be honest here, I only have myself to blame. Didn't play very well in the game. I was really, really poor. And again, I think you would have seen by the highlights that I was trying to force things in that game, which, you know, at times is fine, especially against weaker sides, but every now and then you've got to have more composure and concentration against the bigger and the better teams. I think in that game there, I was sort of exposed a little bit by trying to play too quickly, and it just cost me. You know, when you have like a sense of urgency in a game and you're just throwing bodies forward and you're dribbling at pace, your finger never leaves the R2 button. You know, you're literally just doing everything you can to get quick chances. Sometimes that's detrimental, especially against a team playing a high press, because if they win the ball back, you're in trouble. You force a lot of bodies forward, you're scrambling, you're out of position, you're in trouble. Exactly what happened in that game there. Our unbeaten streak ended by Liverpool in the week, 3-2 the final score, and our game in hand spurned on Manchester City. We still remain a point clear, which means if we win our remaining games, we'll still be Premier League champions. So it's not too disastrous, but a chance blown to go 4 points ahead of Pep Guardiola's side. So on the weekend at Wembley, I was thinking, right, big defeat there, our long unbeaten streak gone. Let's get back to winning ways in what would be a historic afternoon at Wembley. Our first ever FA Cup semi-final, coming against the South Wales rival Swansea City, the championship side, going to the Final Four. I've talked about in FIFA nowadays how the Football League sides go very far in the domestic cup competitions, especially the FA Cup. And 8 minutes in, I couldn't have asked for a better start. I did decide to rotate quite a few members of my squad for this game, but it was still a strong lineup here. I've picked strong lineups in every single round of this competition. I've taken it very seriously this year because I so badly wanted to get to Wembley. We are now here, and I wasn't letting the occasion get the better of me. We were 2-0 up inside the first 10 minutes, Rabbi bagging the opening 2, and I desperately tried to get him a hat-trick in the first half an hour. I thought I did as well, 24 minutes in. Great little ball to feet by Gavin into our number 11, but Matondo denied by the offside flag. Very tight this one though. It was the right call as you see by the replay, but it was very tight indeed. Great little through ball by Humphreys, but as you can see, just straight a fraction offside. So we still led by 2-0. Matondo denied his hat-trick, but I wasn't in much trouble against the mid-table championship side. But even so, leading by 2, Swansea would get back in the game though. 38 minutes in, Michael Obafemi with the strike, beating Webb, our cup goalkeeper, halving the deficit and making it 2-1. And I was thinking, okay, alright, the championship side, our South Wales rivals, getting a goal back right before the break, half of the deficit. And to their credit as well, they were putting me under pressure in the first quarter of an hour in the second half, but thankfully after a poor pass here by the goal scorer Obafemi, we come on the counter as we love to do. Gavin gets around his man with the ball roll, and once he's away, forget about it. As technically brilliant as Gavin is, it's hard to remember at times that he is absolutely lightning quick as well with 99 pace. I've got the quickest team in the game, and there's no surprise that I do that in most of my saves, because as I talk about it, people can try and downplay it as much as they want, but pace is still the most effective play style in FIFA. Gavin ball rolls around the last man, gets clear of the back four, goes through 1-on-1 and wraps the game up. Final score at Wembley in the nation's capital, Swansea 1, Newport County 3. The battle of the Welsh boys in the final four of the FA Cup. I was so happy to see them get there. Fair play, but we do come through with a win, and there we go. For the first time ever, Newport County are in a domestic cup final, and we will take on Crystal Palace, Patrick Vieira's side, right before the final 2 games of the Premier League, where as you can see, we've still got a game in hand on Man City after they played on the same weekend as our FA Cup semi-final, drew 2-2 at home to Spurs. Thank you, Antonio Conte, because it means we still remain top and we still have a game in hand. The gap now may have been cut to goal difference, but we still have the luxury of the game in hand as well. And right before the first leg of our Champions League semi-final against Paris Saint-Germain, reaching our first domestic cup final, still top of the table with a game to go, it's safe to say we have got a golden chance at the treble this season. But that will end today's episode of CNC, guys. Big fan. If you enjoyed, if you haven't, just like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and see you next week as a club and country, both legs at the Champions League semi against Paris Saint-Germain very soon.